Good morning, kindergarten. This is for group number 2. Group 2, can you turn in your math books to page 141? Page 141. Now, as we look at number 1, it is actually a story problem. So what you have to do, listen to me to read the story. You can write the correct number combination to solve your problem. Megan saw two bunnies and two squirrels in the meadow. How many bunnies and squirrels did she see altogether? I'm going to read it again. Megan saw two bunnies and two squirrels in the meadow. How many bunnies and squirrels did she see altogether? Read it one last time, okay? Megan saw two bunnies and two squirrels in the meadow. How many bunnies and squirrels did she see all together? So what you're going to do is write the correct combination to figure out how many bunnies and squirrels did she see all together. Number 2 asks us to write the before and after numbers. So I wrote a few examples on the board for number 2. Let's go to 41. What number comes before 41? What number? Good job. 40 comes before 41. Now, what comes after 41? I'm thinking maybe 43. No, that doesn't seem right. 40, 41. That is correct. 42. Let's go over to 10. What number comes before 10? 9. That is correct. So would I put 9 right here? No, 9 wouldn't fit right there. It will go right here in this blank. So what comes after 10? 9, 10. Good job. 11. And let's go over to the next line. We have 17. What number comes before 17? Correct. 16. So we have 16, 17. Good job. 18. So when you look at number 2, make sure you write the before and after numbers for that problem. Number 3, this simply asks us to add. Let's go over to number 4. Number 4 asks us to write how many cents. First, we have to know what each coin represents. So I'll start with a penny. A penny is worth 1 cent. What is a nickel worth? How much is a nickel worth? That's correct. It is worth 5 cents. Going to a dime. How much is a dime worth? Good job. 10 cents. So a penny is worth 1 cent. A nickel is worth 5 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents. Now, as we look on number 4, that is a quarter. So how much do you think a quarter is worth? And you will write that answer for number 4. Number 5 asks us, what time is it? So first, let's look at the 2 clocks we have on the board for an example. Now, notice the hour hand is pointed on what number? That's a shorthand. That's 12. So, I'm going to write 12. Now, the minute hand, which is a long hand, is pointed at 7. Now, we had to count by fives to figure out what number this is. So, you always start at the 1. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So the answer is 1235. Let's go over to the next one. Notice it's pointing at 12. And let's see. It's pointing at 5. So remember, we have to count by 5 still. Starting at 1. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The time is 25. So when you get to number 5, remember, the shorthand is the hour hand, which is pointing at 12, will be 12. And then whatever the long hand is, which is the minute hand, you have to count by 5. So let's start over again. We're going to go all the way to the 12. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay? So if you go around the complete clock, that's the times that will be. But let's start over again to find out what 7 is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. As you can see, the time is 12:35. As we flip over to 142, we have to circle the number that comes next within the pattern. So let's look at, I wrote a few examples on the board. Let's start off with this one. We have triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle, and either a square or triangle. What do you think comes next? Let's see. Triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle. That is correct. The square does come next, so we circle that. Let's go over to the next one. We have star, circle, star, circle, star, star. That doesn't sound right. Let's try it again. Star, circle, star, circle, star. We circle. Put a circle on that. And let's do the last pattern. We have a rectangle plus plus rectangle plus. Good job. Plus. So as you look on page 142, make sure you take the time and circle what comes next in the pattern.